Hi, my name is Hoang Anh TRINH. My student ID is 121888064. Today I would like to talk about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was a woman who gave a lot for the poor. She helped them in any way she could and won a lot of awards of this. One of these awards, and probably her favorite, is still being remembered today. Second slide, I would like to talk about the brief biography of Mother Teresa. In 1910, Mother Teresa was born in Cosby, part of modern-day country of Macedonia, and her real name is Annette Gocha Bochachiu. She grew up in a Christian home, and her father fell ill and died when she was only 8 years old. When she was 18 years old, she moved to Ireland, where she joined to the convent of the Sister of Our Lady Loreto. In here, she changed her name to Mother Teresa. After finishing the school in 1946, she began to learn nursing skill and working with Kata poor. In 1950, Vatican's permission to set up the Missionary of Charity to care about the homeless, the hungry, the blind, and the lepers. In 1979, she won the Nobel Peace Prize for her work. In 1980, she visited missionary charities house after its move to the Bronx. After that, she went to Beirut and helped a dozen of developmentally disability children from the fighting in 1982. Unfortunately, in 1990, she was suffered from heart failure, and Mother Teresa would like to resign her position to make way for younger hand, but she still need to stay on. In 1997, she deceased when she was 87 years old in Kolkata. Following her death in 1997, Saint John Paul II waited the usual 5 years awaiting periods, and she was 55 in 2003. In the next slide, I would like to talk about Mother Teresa and inspiration. I am inspired by her story because she loved others. She put others above herself to make a difference in the world. I really want to be like her. She tried to do all she could to calm the problem that the poor people have to deal with. And this means that she's not present of the challenge, the rich in India. Mother Teresa has always been a spiritual woman, and I could feel it in depth. Her way of caring, supporting the poor, the homeless, and the sick. She is one of the person I really admire, and she is also inspired me to be a good nurse in my future career. One of the sisters deployed various leadership practices of Mother Teresa. For instance, Mother Teresa has played an active role in the orientation of new novices and always make an effort to get to know each other of her people's strengths and needs. She was a woman healer and always focused on clients. Mother Teresa was also a right listener and focused on the right deal on helping client grow. I believe that Mother Teresa was a shining example of justice. Her love, her sympathy, and her kindness make my heart rejoice. In this slide, I would like to talk about attributes of effective leadership. Firstly, utilizing the leadership style appropriate to the task and member. This means Mother Teresa always focused on others. For example, she was also a right listener and focused on the right deal on helping others grow. Secondly, assessing the effect of their behavior on others and effect of others' behavior on themselves. This means she always make an effort to get to know each of her people's strengths and needs. Thirdly, that's enumerating. This means like one of her Mother Teresa's right strength was her relentless focus on her core mission of her work. For example, like she helped the poorest people. She spent most of her time to support others who need help. Her personal example still serves as the model of for the missionaries of charity. Following that, another one is delegate tasks and responsibility to develop member abilities. That means Mother Teresa has played an active role in the orientation of new novitas and share the idea of her goal, focusing on one desperately sick or poor person at a time. For example, one of her courses is do not wait for the leader, do it alone, person to person. Next one is motivation and inspiration. That means she got the rich to see the poor. She inspired others to act and make sacrifice for the good of the clan. Involve the members in all decisions is the last one. This means the leader creates a culture where each person is engaged through recognition, empowerment, and development, where the leader provides a good example. This means the call of the Mother Teresa that should be used to judge whether or not our perception is reality. This slide would like to talk about leadership style, transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is known as the leadership method create valuable and change in employee with the end target of developing employee into leader. Transformational leader have motivation, inspiration, charisma, intellectual stimulation, and individual consideration of employee. This means like the leader could encourage a spirit of trust, a good communication and sharing of knowledge, and generation of knowledge. Mother Teresa is a good example of transformational leadership for supporting others, inspire or attain high-level performance for themselves. Moreover, Mother Teresa who have ability to inspire the member to achieve the vision. Following that, now this slide would like to talk about transactional leadership. Transactional leadership appeals the self-interest of individual. This means transactional leadership are establishing to the criteria for rewarding followers and exchanging a tangible reward for the work and loyalty of followers. In this type of leadership, the leaders who are reactive and proactive are willing to work within an existing system and negotiate to achieve the goals of the group. This means like the leaders are responsible for maintaining routines by management performance, initial corrective action, and facilitating group performance to improve the performance. Mother Teresa is a good example of transactional leadership because she is concerned about the production's goal and outcome, and follow well-defined line of the communication. For instance, she attempts to learn English in nursing school or to becoming the nurse and the woman healer. In this slide, we would like to talk about significant contribution of nursing profession. In 1950, Mother Teresa created the missionary of charity because she saw that the numerous people was in need, such as like the poor, the sick, the hungry, the blind, and the lepers. And now, the missionary of charity still be a popular missionary. In 1957, Mother Teresa created another leprosy fund to support the educate individual about the leprosy disease and against the stigma of leprosy. Moreover, she was also established various chains of mobile leper clinics, providing the leprosy patient bandage and medication. In saying that, she was operating alone in Kolkata and had helped around 30,000 lepers. In the 60s, in order to support the leprosy patient, Mother Teresa attempted to explain to the West and private donors what the work her team was doing and gain more funds. Successfully, the West opened their coffer generously to support her work. Following that, in the early 80s, an awareness campaign of multiple drug treatment for leprosy when the health organization began recommending to educate leprosy patients was launched by Mother Teresa. In 1985, Mother Teresa created homes for those with HIV/AIDS that were called Give of Love. It was very thoughtful of her because she was willing to be around the HIV patient to support them. In 1997, at the time Mother Teresa's death, there was over 4,000 sisters operating in 610 missions in 123 countries, working for Mother Teresa missionary, of including hospital and home for the HIV/AIDS patient and leprosy. Slide, I would like to talk about future professional practice. The reason I choose Mother Teresa because she is a successful leader of the number of things to support and help others. I found that there are several characteristics of leadership, such as caring, workplace culture, interpersonal collaboration, patient outcome, and inspiration, helping me to the ability of the nursing delivery, high quality patient care and outcome. I believe that nursing leadership impacts the quality of care. It should be noted that these characteristics impact the productivity. Additionally, I utilize the transformational leadership style that is one of the Mother Teresa leadership style into my practice. I understand that the mentorship skills, such as interpersonal skills, are also important to increase holistic development amongst nursing students and newly graduate nurses. Moreover, mentorship has various benefits that not only positively impact on nursing practice, but also have influence on the healthcare industry. In order to become a successful leader, as same as Mother Teresa, I demonstrate that effective communication, clinical leadership, and effective monitoring with the team, including transmission of knowledge and skill, feedback and evaluation, and ethics, are crucial to become a good leader and develop a strategic vision of the work. And this is a reference list. Thank you for listening.